Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Prototype. This is a fun little game, little kind of roguelike game, you know, and just with a little dude that runs around and gets organs attached to him. So last time we ran with Nature here. He did all right, although I didn't really run any routes, so that part we didn't really take advantage of. Honestly, we didn't do anything special with him. We actually kind of treated him as a very vanilla guy, but that's all right. I'm going to try and run one of these other ones that I have not run before. Honestly, we'll probably try Rock this time. He only gets one brain, which is going to be very challenging, but he can get up to 14 capacity on that one brain. So that's going to be interesting to see how this actually plays out. I actually think it's going to be kind of challenging, to be perfectly honest. We're going to run with him. We're going to jump it up to level 3, because I have done level 3, but I was going to do level 3 this time, and we'll do level 4 next time. So here we go. I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit. So, bear with me. If I don't explain everything, you can watch the first video as I explain a little bit more. Now, we can run offspring with this guy, because he does not have the zero fertility issue. But with only one brain, that's actually going to be extremely challenging. Obviously, we like this horn. It does a lot of damage. We're going to grab that right away, I think. And then I really like the tentacles, but neither one of these can spin off, unfortunately. Still, I think we're going to grab one and hope that we can find a way to combo that in somehow. Not enough stuff to get the culture stuff. All right, so I guess what we want is... We just want the brain or this thing right away. 155 damage every second. Yeah, why not? We'll just run that for now. I guess, is the brain thing just completely gone? Yeah, it's just gone. So we just have the brain capacity. I mean, he's just going to one-shot stuff. Lightning, he's just... Dead. Dead. I love it. All right, that worked. We need more things that can trigger more things. So I guess we're gonna go with one of these. They're not great for a number of reasons. I'm actually gonna grab this one. I like just the 1 second flat activation. We'll grab this as well. This is gonna be helpful, I think. We do have enough to pick up some pickup range. We'll grab that. All right, so we want to say when this thing expires, we want to fire off this bad boy. And then I guess, so we can't attach anything to that. So that's okay. We lowered the amount of damage the thing's going to do, but it's going to be more spread out a bit. So that's going to be helpful, I think. Now this does have pierce though, which means these lightning strikes are going to be quite far away. I wish this thing could add something added to it, but it cannot. Okay, we're running with this. We may not like this. We'll see how it goes. We're actually probably not going to be able to see the lightning strikes. Oh, there they go. I was going to say, they're going to be really far away. All right, what do we want here? We need things that can chain, I think, honestly. So, guess we'll grab a limb of the giant. I want one of these things. Go with the retina. An energy enemy. We can actually probably chain that. I think we can make that work. We'll see. We'll grab some pickup range and we'll come back in here. We will say, when you hit an uninjured enemy, you fire the next thing, which the next thing will be that. And then when this thing directly kills something, we will lightning strike it. Should do a bit more damage. Yeah, 200. It's going to be a lot of damage. I think this is a better combo. We're not running this now, but could just run that there. No, we're going to hit a lot of uninjured enemies, and that's going to fire that a lot, which is going to do a lot of killing. I think this is fine. I think this is going to be a fine combo. Oh, I can't quite get to 250. That's all right. All right, we got that. I don't really like the offspring of the sparrow. I mean, they're fine. It's not really what I'm looking for. I don't think. Well, I could figure out a way to combo those in somewhere. I'm actually gonna grab a limb of the skeleton that can chain, so we're gonna grab that for sure. I just need more things that can chain, honestly. I want to grab you. I want duplicate chance for sure, and then we'll grab some more pickup range. And so we'll come in here. I actually think I like this tentacle of the coral a little bit better because it chains, but it doesn't have pierce, so it should expire a little bit more frequently. Although I suppose the pierce will help with uninjured enemies, to be fair. It's true. I'm going to put the uninjured enemy sooner because the uninjured enemy is, yeah, it needs to be here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to move you out of the way. We're going to come in here. We're going to grab you. So when this thing kills something, you're going to do a big sweep. And then, oh, we can't do the expires. Okay, we'll go back to the lightning then. For now. She did 187,000 damage last time. You did 8,000. We don't know how much you did. You did 1,700, which is not the point. You're not supposed to do that much. We'll go with this. I just need something that could chain off this first one a lot quicker. 1 second, 120. Oh, these are both identical. So I guess I could have sold one of those. Honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to use this thing. By the time we can get to a point where we want to use this thing, we're probably going to find one that's better than that. So we're going to sell that one. We don't need 2 of these. We're going to sell that one with only 1 brain. All right, we'll go with this. See if we can buff up one more thing here, which we can. We'll grab a little bit more HP and a little bit more move speed, just to kind of cover our bases a little bit. Now, since this thing's injured already, we're not actually going to be able to hit it with our normal attacks, but we have to bring it in with next to these other mobs that will trigger those attacks onto it. Having only 1 brain is going to be very challenging. Oh, we got an early belly of the whatever it's called, the fire thing. That's really, could be really useful. I got some good organs this run. That's not bad. I mean, 2 uninjured enemies is not amazing. Although this thing is being able to split twice will be helpful. Belly of the fire lizard. I mean, if we can run that, that's going to be awesome. Contributes to a kill. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to grab that one. So another belly of the fire lizard. Another one of these tentacles, but it's not a good one. I'm going to grab this belly just in case it's better. Both of these limbs, we already have good ones, right? So, not really hugely useful. We'll grab this one just in case it's something better. All right, we're going to grab some more duplicate chance here. In fact, we'll just stack that up as much as we can. All right, how are we going to run this? We still need something better here. We just have not been able to find. I'm actually tempted to run something different here, like one of these other ones, but because I actually think these could. How much did this thing do? 96 damage currently. If I plug this thing in, 118. That's more damage, which is more likely to kill something, which is really good for us. I mean, the chances of the lightning hitting an uninjured enemy is virtually impossible. Contributes to a kill, though. No, that'll work. And then we can at least fire something else off of here. I don't know. We'll fire one of these other things. Fire this one just because. Why not? Just something a little bit different there. We definitely start adding to our brain soon. Again, we still need to be able to branch off this first one a lot sooner. I guess uninjured enemy, we're going to do it anyway. We'll do the one that's doing the most. Which does mean I could chain this sooner. One of these things sooner. But you can... Oh, I didn't realize you could run that. Oh. Okay. Well, we definitely want to run one of these. In fact, that might be better than this last tag here. Would we rather... Honestly, we probably would rather contribute to a kill here and then move you out of the way. And then here, we'll run the... Whichever one of these is better. 2.98 seconds. They're both the same. This one lasts a little bit longer. We'll run that. Yeah, we'll go with this for now, and then we'll start figuring out how we want to tag some more stuff onto here. I think this is going to be... I think it's going to be more damage. I guess I could do is I could sell some stuff. I mean, I don't really need both of these. We're going to sell one of those. I don't need both of these. I don't see us using both of those anytime. I've already got one of these that I think is better. We're going to sell that one. We've already got a better fire. We're going to sell that one, and then we'll see if we can buy something else here. Get us another duplication chance, just because the more sales we get, the better. All right, let's go with that. Hopefully this is a good setup. All right, so those explosions you see are them exploding instantly. So we're not even getting the fire, like, taking on them very long, because they're just instantly just dying. That's okay. They're going to do a lot of damage to the area around them. If I don't do a pet build in this one at all, I will definitely try to do a pet build in the next run. Because I think pet builds can be extremely powerful. I just really haven't gotten the good setup for this one. Although again, really the same thing as this one though. Pet builds are very much based off of what you're able to kind of get going, right? There are endless runs you can do. I didn't want to do the endless in this context just because I already took an hour for that last video just to do 15 ways. If we did endless, I'd be doing the same setup for multiple videos, which I guess wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a little bit different. All right, we didn't get as many sales as I should have because I was probably distracted by talking. But this is a good one because this one's got a short activation. Yeah, both of those are actually not bad. Oh, this one's a splits twice. Okay, we definitely need that. This one splits 3 times. Okay, we're gonna grab that one too, and then I'll decide which one I like better. I said pet build, but I don't know that this is the way I want to set that up. I'm gonna grab this horn. I don't know that we're gonna use it, but we'll set that up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab another brain capacity now, just because I want to make sure we have enough to be able to do whatever we want to do. Okay, so we definitely want to add something quicker here. I still think we want to fire as quick as possible. So even though I would like to run this, I still think this is probably the better run. Do I want to fire something different off of there, though? I could run this right next to it. 174 damage. Oh, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I'm thinking this is a different one. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are probably like, you're an idiot. What are you doing? I totally thought I had the different one. So no, this one needs to be further up to do more damage. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. We can make that work. Not a big deal. This thing did 28,000 damage. This thing actually did not do as much as I thought. Wow. I'm a little surprised by that. Okay, that's okay. You're doing contributes to a kill, which this thing should be doing a lot of kills. Let me take a look at this. So the thing that does the most damage will be doing the thing that does the most kills. So we'll grab that first. I really need something that's going to put stuff down on the ground. But what attaches to the intestines? None of these. None of these. I mean, you could chain to an intestine, technically. It's a little interesting. Could grab an expire one instead. I'm gonna go with this for a second. I may actually have you do the intestine and drop down a poison bag as well. And we'll see what that does. It may not actually be good for us. I mean, at some point I need to run this thing. You know what? Before I do that, actually let's run this instead, because this thing's already set up to run a couple things like that. And honestly, this doesn't matter where it puts, so we'll put that as well. Lots of lightning. All right, we'll go with that. Tried to do the culture I did. Okay. We're literally just launching fireballs at this point. I love the way that the things you attach to it actually change what your effects are doing, right? So that's pretty cool. Like if you do have pets and we're running the fire off of the pets or something like that, the pets get all fiery or poisony depending on, you know, if we run the poison as well. I mean, this seems to be controlling stuff pretty well. I mean, we're still early, obviously, but not terrible. It's going to be very interesting having this one brain thing going, though. Really what we want to get to is we want to be able to chain things off of each other, right? We want to be launching little boats that launch more bolts, that launch more things, that launch more things, and just kind of continually chain over and over and over again. So that we're just getting fire everywhere, or whatever, you know, tentacles everywhere. Lightning bolts all over the place as well. All right, not bad. Very easy to do that. We'll grab the creatures to a kill here. Defeating an enemy, I mean, that can be useful, but not when we're fighting bosses and stuff, which we will get to at some point. I'll grab the tentacle of the hornet here. All right. I gotta go back to cell stuff because we need more cells. Cap out our pickup range. I think that's gonna be good. All right, how much damage do we do here? 24, 24, like none, which is interesting. I guess because these other things just straight up killed everything. 2,800, 17,000. Yeah, some of these things are just getting the killing done for us, right? Quite frankly. All right, one thing we could do is... That fires 3 projectiles, that fires 2. You know what? Let's try this. Let's move you off. You're not doing much now. We might be able to do something with you later. Let's just have projectiles fire projectiles, right? And we'll say when this one expires, that's when we, I don't know, launch this whole thing. We don't have enough brain capacity for that. You didn't do anything, so we're going to have you come off of there. We'll run that. We'll run that. That did enough to justify. We'll try this. It's going to hit uninjured things. Although, again, these lightning bolts are going to be firing off, preventing some of that, to be fair. Actually, what I might do... You know what? We do want the pierce early on. And then I'm actually going to plug this thing in instead, because I want a little bit more spread. I want 3 more projectiles coming out to hit this stuff. I think that's going to work better for us. We'll see. All right, let's go. Do I want to sell some stuff? I mean, I don't think we need 2 of these, so we will sell that. I don't think we're going to be running that anymore. I mean, I might swap to this just to let things fire a little bit slower, but with more, you know, more powerful. Actually, it's probably exactly what we should do. Because this thing's going to be just based off damage, and we want that to do as much damage as it can. I think that's fair. I'll leave some of these other ones in here. We're not going to be running you if we have that one. The rest of the stuff can stay for the moment. We can also do a test if we just want to try out our stuff, see how things combo, but I think the more you play this game, the more you get used to it, the more you kind of know how things are going to go. Yeah, see, these are firing projectiles off that are firing more projectiles off that are going to be more things that will eventually hit something and then just swipe around and do whatever, right? So I'm hoping that'll ultimately net more damage for us, although it's going to be hard to see because most of that damage is going to be off the map. There might be a slightly better combo we can run of those two projectiles bouncing off. I mean, still, the lightning bolt is doing the bulk of our work for us right now. Some of these creatures are very ugly. Yeah, I don't think this is not a good. This is not a better combo. I don't think, unless we're getting a lot of kills again off the map that we're just not seeing. This feels less controllable at the moment. I mean, I think our lightning bolt's doing a lot more damage, which is maybe enough, but some of the rest of it's just kind of like, meh. We'll see here in a second. A tentacle dragon that can split. That is probably exactly what we want. Yep. Tentacle of the beetles actually can be very useful. There's another belly of the Schrodinger though, and it's, you know, not a bad one. We'll grab this one just in case we can find a way to do that. It's a single tentacle of the dragon. I'm going to ignore that one. We'll grab the nerve of the raptor just to make sure we can trigger more things. I'm going to grab the last two duplication chances, and then I'm going to grab 2 organ qualities, 1 organ drop rate, just to get a little bit better stuff. And then we'll start coming down here and grabbing some of these base damages and things like that. Okay, how much damage did we actually do here? 21,000. It's not bad. Again, you did the bulk, 48 and 36. Yeah, I figured most of it was coming from those guys. We need more brain capacity. All right, obviously this lightning I think needs to come early. Let me see how we want to redo this a little bit. We're definitely going to start with the lightning early. I think that's going to happen no matter what we do. I do want to have, I think I want to have you spread out and trigger this thing spinning around. So that thing can trigger this stuff hitting the ground. I do like that a lot, but I think we're going to go with the explosion here, which means we can still add on the whole contributes to a kill and put the lightning thing back on there as well. I think that's a good combo. So we should start getting some fire on the ground. Hopefully. Now I might want to change this. I think we're still going to hit plenty of uninjured enemies though with these things. This one's not the one that has the pierce though, but it's got more projectiles. I'm going to go ahead and stick with that just because it has no more projectiles. I think. Do I want to run this? No, this one might be better. Again, the pierce is going to go through one enemy and hit another enemy behind it that's uninjured before the lightning has a chance to kill it. We're going to try this. Maybe better, maybe worse. If we start seeing fire drop, then this is going to be great. All right, we're getting a little bit of fire. Not much. Obviously, the lightning's definitely doing its work against the elites. And we're getting lots of fire up in these places, right? That, I mean, any mobs that are coming from any of these edges are going to be getting into that fire and probably getting killed off pretty quickly. Still would have like a little bit closer control. So I might actually not attach these things to the projectiles, because I just feel like that's just too far away. Although, we're apparently getting a lot of cells off in the edges of the map. But yeah, I think that's just too far away. I think I don't want that to pierce. I think I want it to... Well... I might just want it to just expire and do something closer. Or I might just want to start with the things around us and let that just drop lots of fire very close by. Yeah, because the stuff that only does stuff against damaging things, it's never going to hit these elites once they start taking damage, right? I mean, obviously the lightning bolts are going to do the job for us, but unless we get them close to other mobs, they're not going to take the damage that we want them to take. Yeah, I don't think that was better. I think we learned some stuff, though. I love this intestine of the camel, except for the activation rate. Thankfully, we've got another better belly of the wizard. Or lizard, I should say. Sorry, wizard. Lizard. We're going to take a limb of the germ rat. That can be extremely useful under a lot of contexts. Critical strikes. I'm going to grab this one. There's a good chance we don't find a way to use this. If we do, though, that can be extremely useful. All right. I want to grab us another brain capacity while we can. I'm going to grab a couple more organ quality and drop rates. I may not go super high on these because we're starting to get some oranges already. And I think that's going to be fine. Okay. How much damage did you do? 50, 37. Obviously, we don't expect you to do much. You did 19. That's not a lot. You did 21. Okay. So, again, not as great as I would like. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you further up. And then I'm going to have you trigger. I wish you could trigger this, but you can't. So, it's unfortunate. I'll make sure we get rid of that. I guess we'll have this thing triggering the fire, which will be the better fire, I assume. 12 versus 9. That looks like that'll work. So you're going to just trigger lots of fire nearby. That's going to be fine. You're still going to do the lightning. I guess we can run another branch down here that just does something a little bit different. Actually, yeah. Let's have you spit off some... We don't have anything that forces critical strikes, do we? No. Because that would be kind of cool to run with that. None of this is going to run long enough. So, we just want you to trigger... Probably not uninjured. Because by the time you actually run, we're probably going to have injured. So probably just have you... No, we can't do critical strikes either because you're not going to have very good critical strikes. Contributes to a kill. Directly kills. Probably just expires. Does this thing have pierce? It does not. But it does have chain. I actually don't know how the chain's going to interact. But we're going to have you just fire off this thing. Lots of AoE away from us. We'll see how that goes. All right. This is going to be a boss fight, so this might not be a good run for us. All right, so this thing is going to start putting a lot more fire down nearby. It's not lasting a long time, though. It's not going to matter how quickly we were able to kill this thing, which does not look like super fast. No, it's going down our mostly okay. Come on, come on, come on. Let's squeeze through here. I think the thing stays in the fire. It'll be able to take a good chunk of damage over time. Oh, it's kind of hard for us to line the fire up quite where I want it to be. All right. We did that. Took care of that guy pretty nicely. We're doing good damage. I think there's definitely some things we're missing to make this just really work the way we want it to, but we're doing okay damage. This Gland of the Sludge could come in handy. Oh, and hits a debuffed enemy. That could also come in handy. Yeah. Okay, some of these can be really good. Okay, there's an orange belly of the fire lizard. I think we definitely want that. Okay, we don't want that one. None of these are really that amazing. We're gonna have the horn of the unicorn just in case it's slightly better than what we already got. Defeating an enemy. I don't know how often that's gonna come up. We'll grab the limb of the germ rat that's got some splits. All right, I think our organ quality is already in a good place. We're gonna grab another brain capacity, and then we're just gonna grab some more of this other stuff here. We'll grab critical damage. We'll grab critical chance. Get a little bit of base damage, and we'll get some effect radius. Okay. So how much did that do? 71,000. Not bad. 40, 35, 47. So yeah, some of these things did some good damage. Now this one we don't expect to do much. That did 45. So yeah, a lot of those were pretty good. This one's already 51. So that's 40. Well, it goes down, but it's 44. So that is better than what we had there before. Let's see, we got a better crit chance. So we'll go with that. What's this one? This one's 128. If we plug this one in, 147. So that's already better. Good stuff. We could just split another thing off of here, which actually might not be a bad idea. Oh, we definitely want this thing. This is doing 23. So that's really good. When the left side hits a debuffed enemy. Now we can't add anything to that. So the only place that we can chain off right now is this right here, which I think we're just going to chain probably the you, quite frankly. No, maybe you. You're going to be able to do a good chunk of damage, and I think you're probably one of the better ones to run here. I mean, this is good, don't get me wrong, but 70 damage and a little bit higher crit. I think we'll run that. Okay, we'll go with this, see what this does for us. And let's go. We're up to wave 11. Oh, I didn't see you there. I mean, these mobs have a lot of health, so we're definitely experiencing that, I feel. They're staying alive a little bit longer. I guess that's one negative of progressing in the game is that you unlock more organ types, which means that it's harder for you to target specific organ types. For example, I've already mentioned that, you know, it would be nice to run a pet build, but we really haven't seen hardly any good pets. And so it's like, all right. It's hard for us to target those if there's just so many other ones going around. Another belly. Another expire one. We're not going to be running wings, so that's not going to be useful. There's offspring of the sparrow. He's moved towards the enemy and cannot be damaged. You know what? Neither one of these like really strikes me as like amazing. We're gonna try this one. Maybe if I can fit it in, that'll be awesome. Active fire, I want damage taken, so obviously that won't help with our offspring. We'll grab the poison bag. Either one of these would be okay, I think. Here. This one's better efficiency. Similar radius and similar activation. So this one's just better as far as I can see. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, so again, I think we're getting okay on the organs. I'm going to go another brain capacity. And I'm going to come down here and do another one of these things. So we'll do critical damage. Okay, we'll go with that. Can we find a way to plug in the offspring here? Don't know. All right, how much damage did you do? 58, 33, 40, 54... 44, 134. Yes. The fire is amazing. I mean, if we can run this. If we can run the poison in conjunction. That might not be a bad combo. Which one of these did the least? Looks like the 33 here. So let's move you off for a second. Let's move you on. So we're going to be dropping both poison and fire. Doing really good damage. Still not running the pets, though. Well, just for giggles, let's see. Can we figure out a way to run the pets on this? They would fire. Because that's one of the things you want to check, is that they can trigger often enough off of your primary. And this is actually not that good of a primary. 1.6 seconds is very slow, or very, very fast. And you typically want something that's a little bit slower. It would be interesting. Because one of the things we could do with the pets is just have everything chain off of them. But no, I just don't think this is going to be a good build for us. I think we're going to stick with the, whatever we had before, which is this thing, I believe. I can also just run this somewhere. I'm going to run you here because I know this thing did enough damage. What I might do is at some point put... Oh, we can't. I was going to say put that thing right there into that spot. Actually, you know what? Let's do something a little bit different here. You're going to run that. I am going to run this other thing here. I'm just going to see what this thing can do because we're going to get a lot of poison bag stuff. Poison and belly stuff going. So that might actually be able to fire quite a bit. We have one more thing we could trigger, but I don't have a place to put it just yet. We'll go with this. We'll see what this does. And maybe better, maybe worse. Just got zapped. Right, so here's our double. Oh yeah, that guy's going down. Oh, I was not paying attention. I was looking at this guy. This guy's going down pretty well, nicely. Anything that we can run through our double pool here is going to go down pretty quickly, I think. I mean, if these beams do like those beams in that last video I did, then they're actually going to be doing quite a bit of damage for us. One of the reasons why the pets can be so much better is that instead of me running around launching everything, you've got like 3 or 4 pets out there launching everything from them. So it just multiplies everything quite a bit. Oh, come on. All right, that felt okay. Oh, we actually got some good stuff. Okay, this might work. Chimpanzee's really good. 2 charges per second while moving. We're going to do a lot of moving. Takes 4 charges though, but it's 2 per second, so it'll take us 2 seconds to trigger something. 317%. Although this one's already 314% for just a little bit quicker. No, this is actually not some bad. This is some good stuff. I mean, the Slim and the Giant is pretty solid. Although the Retina of the Vulture, left side organ directly kills an enemy. I'm going to grab that one. I don't know if that's really what we want. I'm going to grab it anyway, though. Spine of the Mammoth, if it had to split more than just one, that would be really useful for our pets. I could still try to set it up. You know what? We're going to grab it. Might be a mistake. We'll find out. Let's get us another brain capacity. And I might actually want another brain capacity on top of that, to be honest. So in other words, I might want to sell some stuff. We'll hold off. We got time. So let's grab some of these other things. I'm gonna grab... Well, no, I think we're fine on all these. I'll grab a little bit more movement speed just to be able to move a little bit quicker. And we'll go with that. Okay. Can we find a way... So we do have you. 314%. That's not bad. We can directly swap those. Those are just going to do more damage. You did 179,000. Okay, that's a lot. Those beams are way better than I expected. I think these beams are the good ones, though. Those are the good beams. It's the beams, again, that go to offspring that are typically not as good. 124,000. Okay, yeah, we're doing some sick damage here. I still don't know if I like the fact that this is spreading out as much as it is, to be perfectly honest. I do also have this thing, which does more damage the further from the middle it is. So maybe I could plug you in here. You do 183. It's a little bit more damage. We probably wanted to chain one more further if we really were going to go this route. So do I have a place to put the pets? If I put them anywhere, it would be right in front of this thing, probably. Let's try that. Let's group stash this for just a second. Let's have you launch the pets, and then the pets are going to these will move. So we can run that into this. So as the pets move away, they will then launch these, which will then launch that stuff. Or I could probably just... Would I rather have something besides this in that kind of spot? I don't have anything that splits to double, though. I really don't. Other than that thing, which I don't want to use that. This might be worse just because of the way it's going to work. Because these might actually put the stuff in a position that I want them to be. We'll try it. Doesn't hurt to try. At the very least, I can show off the pet build. It may be bad, but I can show it off. Little poison pets. I'm going to run towards the enemy. And then, after a couple seconds of moving, they will launch their things, which will launch more things. And I'm going to have a lot of puddles on the ground, which I definitely have a lot of puddles on the ground now. They're further away, which, again, may not be ideal. But they are definitely putting a bunch of puddles on the ground at the moment. A lot more of the spinny things floating around. Because again, those are triggering off each of those pets. And I think I have 4 up at any time. Maybe even 5. It's hard to tell. This might be working okay. Another long video again. It's gonna be a little bit shorter than the last one, but not by much. Maybe by like 10 minutes. That's alright. I'm having fun. I think that was better. It was maybe a little harder to manage, but I think ultimately still better. One of these might be good for us. I mean, they both go to the same end result. We'll grab one of them just in case it ends up being better. I think we've been running the tentacle more than anything. Offspring of the imp. This one can be really good if I've got the thing that lets me damage things. I'm gonna grab this one because if I can get the thing that damages them, that's a little bit better of a combo than the one that moves. Grab this one. All right, let's grab our last brain capacity and then I guess stuff down here. I think effect radius is probably really helpful for us. All right, so what do we do on damage? So we did 73, 91, a little bit less, 85, 47, 106 there, 75 there. So we're still doing 115 there. You did the most. We're still doing big chunks of damage in the grand scheme of things, but potentially less overall. Oh, you know what? You could run these things, to be fair. I just wish you had a double split, to be honest. Because you could run the stuff that puts on the ground. But, I mean, this thing's just doing so much damage. We can't go without that, right? We'll go with the movement for now. We'll go with the effects expire. Which would count for these guys that die, I think. It's not very strong, though. This is just really strong. We're gonna keep that on there. I could also just have these things just blow up with this thing. which might not be a bad idea. Also have them pass beams along as well. Which, how much is our current one doing? 130. What's this do? 110. Yeah, this other one's better. Anything we want to put in place with this? I don't think so. I think this one's still okay, although I'd probably prefer it being further out. And then I think we'll just plug in probably just this explosion here for now. I mean, this is as much as we can do. I just needed to get improvements on some of the stuff. I mean, this is a better version than one of these, right? No, actually not. I mean, it fires more frequently. No, it doesn't actually. Never mind. This is just worse. How is this just worse? Lower efficiency and smaller radius and longer activation. Yeah, this is plain worse. Wow. Did not expect that. All right, we'll go with this. Do I want to do any lungs? Now, these lungs activations I think are too long. This lung might not be bad, actually. I'll plug you in there instead. Slightly better. It'll have the fire start big and shrink, but the radius is, initial radius is very large. And that's actually going to be probably helpful for us. Okay, we like that. I'm going to go with this. We'll see what this does for us. Another option is I could rebuild this whole thing and just build it all completely off the minions, but I think we'll go with this. 2 more waves. My minions look a little bit different than they did last time. I wonder what's causing that. Oh, what? That fire is not... Oh, it's just around it. That is... Is that better? I think it's better. It's definitely... I forgot that the lungs were around the object, not on the ground. I mean, it does say it in that. It doesn't say anything about being on the ground. I just forgot that that's how they worked. I think this is better, but it definitely looks cool. Feels like it's keeping the fire, I mean, a little closer to us. I need a thing that insta-kills them when they get low health. Oh, this is a good setup. We're in a good place. This is doing some damage. Yeah, those are doing some damage. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Let me grab a bunch of these cells down here. Would I rather swap the poison and the fire? I don't think so. I think I'm okay with the fire being a bit bigger because everything that has a fire dot on it can explode once it dies from any source. So I think that's actually better. That could be useful. This could actually let us use our other minions, to be fair. I'm going to grab this. I don't know if it's better than what we got, just in case it is. I don't think I need either of those other ones anyway. We'll double check this one. This might be good. Right now, the Raven. I don't think any of these are better than what we've got currently, so I'll grab one of the ones we can sell for more. I don't remember which one's better, the crocodile or the other one. Damage taken 20%. If we can find a place to put that, that could actually be really useful. All right, we definitely want to spend as much as we can here. So in fact, actually, before I even come in here, I'm going to come in here and just do whatever I can. All right, so how do we want... Okay, first off, you are obviously going to get replaced by that. How much did you do? 59,000, not bad. You did 400,000. Okay, so the fire's doing all the damage for us. That's good. In fact, I'm actually going to... I could swap you for this thing. No, what I'm going to swap you for is this thing, I think. Where things just take more damage. Although I do wish I had another lung. I think the lung is actually... Oh, I do have more lungs. Never mind. I'm dumb. I wish these things lasted longer, though. Only 3 seconds, so we are limited on which lungs we can use. 168. You know what? We will grab you, but I'm going to swap you around for a second. You're at 1.87, 161. No, I like the bigger radius on this. I think this is better. So everything's going to take more damage from the fire. This thing did some good damage. I think we'll keep that in there. I mean, this thing seems to be working. We could run one of these other things instead. Obviously not the stationary one, but if we swapped the minions around, we could, but I don't think that's necessary. Honestly, I think everything we're doing is great. Things that hit debuffed enemies might be more... might trigger more often than contributes to a kill. Plus, it's more damage. We'll plug that one in. Oh, it's only one. Which honestly is not... well, no, it's not great. Could plug you in there. Nah, I think we're fine with the way we've had it. With those things. So let me plug this other thing back in here. Directly kills? No. We want the contributes to a kill. Just because I think that's just going to fire more frequently. And what was it? This thing? No. Didn't do a ton of damage, to be fair. But it still did something. We'll plug those in. Okay. I think I'm happy with this. Last wave. Let's go. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not happy. What am I saying? We are going to recycle everything we can. I do think I like the things that have more brains better. Because I think you can just get so many more things comboing. Oh, I was going to check my... oh, that's right. I'm not running the poison stuff anyway. I was going to say I was going to check the poison stuff to see if it would be better than... but we're running that thing, which I think is going to net us a big chunk of damage. All right, that's good. We got plenty of stuff for the culture. Let's increase the radius a bit more. We'll grab more crit damage. In fact, we're just going to plug a bunch more into this because the more we have crit chance, the more that's just really going to fire off. We'll get a little bit more base damage. I'll get one more HP just in case. I think the movement speed's going to be fine. So we'll grab... honestly, we'll just grab more effect radius. Make everything just massively large. Cool. Let's go. Anything else I want to do? I don't think so. It's going to be the boss fight. Let's go, little minions. You are here to save the day. Like how you collect organs on this level. Even though... I mean, I guess they just code it in that way because why would you code something special just because it's not the infinite one? And what else? I mean, even collecting the cells is pointless, right? I don't have a slow thing. That's actually not amazingly great. It'll be fine. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, kill the stuff, kill the stuff. I was going to say, we're going to have to just go right through there. Not going to kill it in time. Got double bosses. Oh, these things are running pretty fast. Now, the higher the levels, the faster that the bosses start to move as they get more and more enraged. So, there's definitely an element of that we're having to deal with. Oh, that was close. One boss is almost dead. Come on, kill, 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 kill. Nope. I was gonna say sometimes I have to just cut through places and just take one damage instead of a bunch of damage. Come on, kill the other boss. Oh, he's so fast. We're getting low. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill it. I got a little bit lower on health than I would have liked, but that's okay. A little bit faster than last time. I still talked a lot. Prototype level 28. Let's see what our organs did. So, we definitely did 239,000 with that. 111 with that. Not very much with that. That's okay. 90,000. Not bad with that one. Huge crit chance on that one, though. You did 100,000. Very nice. You did 116. And you did 480,000 damage. And we don't see the damage this thing did, but it increased everything by 34%, which obviously made a difference. Very, very cool. All right, that was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. Hey, we got a new organ, a stomach. I have not seen that before. So that'll be interesting to see in the next episode, which we're going to try level 4. Probably another hour-long episode because that appears to be what we're doing. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.